Ship constructed.
Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Anno 1800 Crown Falls, to a, mighty city, I should say. It's a beautiful view from up here down to the harbor area, I think. And yeah, we can't really linger around too long on the streets of Crown Falls because basically we have work to do, of course. One of the big things that is happening right now is our monument over here, the World Fair. It has started. So building materials are being transported over, as we can see. It is dragging down my farmer workforce there a tiny bit. We could counter that by using, we still have those sheep farms up there that I've noticed. That for some reasons we still have, right? Because there basically is really not that much of a consumption anymore. We are using 23 here for the, pretty sure the fur coat dealers that we have. So we can look to the other side of my city, and there it is. So wool is being consumed right now for the fur coats. But bear in mind, we are producing 85 and the consumption is 23, so we don't need that much. And this definitely saves us some workforce there again. So let's get rid of, let's just see, this whole bunch there. Boom. That was 200 farmers in that case here. Very good. And as we can see, brings us a bit closer now. So 10 is the difference. That should be totally fine. You can hear it also in the background. There's lots of attacks happening right now. Miss Hunt is sending more and more ironclads over here again to Cape Trelawney. This is a bit annoying there, right? So there's my dreadnoughts. Their amazing range though is doing a nice job there. Quickly getting rid of that. It's still annoying. It's still really annoying that this happens. And the only way of actually us changing that is look at the military score. It is actually going up by 200 points again from the last episode. Insane. No idea where she's pulling that out. We might just quickly check out if she's got more. Yeah, more and more steam ships are now joining. Right, so it's getting a bit busy there. I don't see a battleship yet though. So we might actually get over there for some cleanup. Should we do this? I think that might be very interesting, right? First of all though, before we do this, before I use my dreadnoughts on this, let's go to Enbesa, because I would like to see how things are looking over there. Wide sun-touched lands stretch out before you. So we're now in the last one. And a low dell not a mile away hides a blossoming waterhole. Monolithic spurs looming high above the plains. Scale the spurs or head to the waterhole. Let's head to the waterhole. In the savannah we are, by the way. And your party edges stealthily through the high grass towards the hidden waterhole. You wheel about to see a manifestly infuriated rhinoceros charging at your company. Dodge it, climb the trees, stay silent, scatter. It's already charging us, so stay silent and still doesn't really make sense. Let's just dodge it. I mean, it's a big creature. And one tall woman, made lean by years of working in the rigging, steps up out of the grass to face the charging beast. Stunned by the impact, the rhinoceros staggers slightly and attempt to capture it. Or we flee. But what should we do with the rhinoceros? Let's flee. And you promptly retreat back to the camp, thrilled by your escape. That was successful, and Horn of Enbesa. No, it's still not the end. I thought it was the end. So there's still one more event coming up. Before we go into this mess here with my dreadnoughts, by the way, there's also still the quest ships, right? God's Masters that we have with Hugo. They have been up for quite some time. Before we do this, I would like to see how Africa is looking right now. I think there should be no one, right? Because Africa opens up only once we are there, I think it was, but it might also be the other way around. Right, once again, share purchasing.
Take over your island.
Hugh, that was one thing. Next, this one here, just check it out quickly, is working now. So we have a nice beer production by now. It is electrified, it is fully working. The demand is at 25, the surplus. And for Manola, we have a total demand for beer of 17. So there is a surplus now, and this gets over then to Manola. To Manola. But it's not that much, right? I was hoping a bit more. We have 77 influence because we leveled up once more as well and upgraded some investors. So I would like to go ahead and let's build the next trade union. That is for the breweries then and stuff like that. We got a few items, but I think no one of them is really... yeah, for us. Productivity 50%. Let's go ahead with this. Boosting my beer a bit further to 30 now. Just quickly check out my malt. Is still at 10 the difference there. So we could do one thing, and that is moving the malt houses out. Right? And getting the breweries in. Closer to the trade union. So they're being used then in the boost. That makes a bit more sense overall. There's also one more here. And one more here. And then we can just move those up there as well. Right, this should change things a bit. So the malt is now dropping down to only 4. And the beer is further increasing to 32. So with that, we should be now fine a bit to build up that storage in Manola. Next up is this area here that used to be my soap production. Now it's all available to us. Right, nice big area there once more. There's the main road. So the quadruple road. There is a bit of roads here because of the marketplace and stuff like that. We should not have that much road though, right? So we can... Oh, there it continues with that. About the road. Let's just keep it like that as it is right now. And I might need to change that again. No, I will not change that. That's looking fine as it is right now. And yeah, since we do need it, we do need farmers. Let's go ahead and have us some more buildings here. And in that case, wait a second, we should be having some with paved roads there. There it is. So that I don't need to pave the roads as well myself. And yeah, we can then have it just nicely here. Still one more that we miss. And then also a bit further here in the background towards the wall then that we have there. And we could actually, yeah, let's copy the whole thing once more to that side there. You will not notice this later, don't worry. And then we can have a few more houses here. And let's make it a block of houses like this. And
I'm a happy person, you're a happy person.
And we are all happy, thank you Bente. Then we just have a few more houses here. We are going to make this one dense for the moment. I might then change it into something later once we can, right? I was actually planning a metropolitan hospital, but seeing that we need so many farmers at the moment, we might just go with that. And I could still mix it up there a bit with some trees in between here, right, to make the whole area a bit greener. That's just adding a bit of a touch there, but not much, of course, as the rest is still like that. This, of course, helps us now with the farmer population there a bit, right? So we should definitely improve on that. And once the world fair is over, we can then continue upgrading them and actually build us something. Now, about building something, we do also have lots of farmers here. I'm not going to upgrade them. However, I would still like to build a few more buildings that we haven't seen before, right? So something like, for example, like a big hospital that we don't have yet. Let's go ahead and get rid of these 2 buildings there. We do have some workers there. Let's destroy 2 of them. Right, and we can just move them over then here. So they are merging with that block. And for the Metropolitan Hospital, as I like to call it, or as it is actually called, we need a bit more space. So probably also going to move those 3 here over to that, right? They adjust to the street layout then just fine. Like this, so no problem. And now we can get this big hospital right in here into the center of it. And in that case, we do have plagues all the time, right? And it just makes sense to me to have it. It also got a nice range, so it's going to help a lot of people there with it. And let's just check it out, how we can actually build it. I think right like that in the center here. Going to have a nice entrance then as well. Actually, this should all be paved because it just fits with the style of the building itself, right? And then in the back there as well.
Some of us have to live by the sword.
Yeah, Sean, I'm going to pay you that. Beautiful building, no doubt. We might need to change the color palette of a lot of buildings though in the future, right? So some of you have been suggesting that anyway, that we just change a few things, right? So we could also make it a bit more colorful in between, just so that it also fits into the buildings that we use there now, right? So like this one here. I mean, once we have the skyscrapers, we will not notice it that much, but still that we have a few different building themes, perhaps to certain districts as well. That might make sense. But for now, there we have it. A beautiful building, really. Looks very French. And we just have some, I guess here in the background, some trees then in between that are going to separate those guys here. And then also some nice details there in between. Or a new hospital that we finally have, that we can finally afford. Yeah, fits in right nicely with its blue roof that we have there. And also, by the way, it has a lot of doctors, 3 of them. We will also need a new bank. For that, I would like to use this area here. So banks usually, of course, are in high density areas, also beside main roads usually. And let's go ahead. We can do this. Let's delete some buildings, right? these ones, so that I can move this whole block to the lower side. Farmer workforce is really fine. And with that, we got this area available here to once again add us another bank. I might also find us some new bank layouts, to be honest. Or some new bank buildings. So we got now one for this district here. We got one for this district. And now we also got one for this whole district there. Helping us out there. Also making engineers and investors even happier than what they already are. Perhaps then also with some enclosed trees on either side. And there is also another entrance here. This looks more like a main entrance to me. I mean, the building of course has several entrances. But that's another one here. And just beside our theater. So I might make it so that the theater is also looking towards the bank. So we do have this little entrance area there in front of the two.
Done.
Oh, and the World Fair needs our attention once more. Quickly. I do need to have some more ornaments here though. We finally have the enclosed greenery unlocked. That is an ornament that I really do like, because you can create these little gardens that are enclosed together with some trees around them. And this looks very natural, I think. So let's have them here. And then another ornament here perhaps. Something smaller that we can squeeze in. We have the palm trees. Let's go with this one. That I would like to have on the other side then too. Or some smaller fountains. That I like a lot. That's from the Old Town district that we have, and the statue of a woman. In that case here, Old Town, of course, we are going to see then later as well, but a nice little area that we have there as well. Very good. And with that, we're done. Let's go to the World Fair, because we have finished the phase.
The city is now closer to magnificence.
Oh, beautiful. Once again, we save now the farmer workforce, so we can upgrade some farmers again. And we can start with the next phase right away. 1,000 workers we need. Reinforced concrete, steel and bricks, and 30 minutes of our precious time. Let's start with it as construction continues. Now it is time for expedition. Pretty sure it's the last one now. And ship astern, captain, she's gaining on us. It's an attack. And the deck can take careful aim to shatter her hull. We're being under attack by a pirate. And a first volley crashes into the enemy's side. Then a second as the lower gun teams lets loose. I will pay for the man's release. So one was taken prisoner. Silence your guns or your friend here will taste lead. And I will pay for the man, or I know neither this man nor the Ketima of whom you speak. Let's pay for the man. We can pay with nothing. He would take nothing from us. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else here, so we refuse, poor man. And your bribe attempt failed. Impossible. We do not care for what you've earned in blood and injustice. He nods to nearby gun crew who hastily swivel the gun's mouth towards your deck. And allied, we are Ketima's wrath. Now, why wouldn't he need help? We don't know Ketima at the moment, so I'm not going to lie about this. And the man draws himself up with a dignified fury, and they're aiming for your crew. Fire a volley of round shot just above the waterline. And Crackerjack, you're gonna slide the heavy 15-inch projectiles into the muzzle of the aftmost cannons. And a scraping, scrambling sound is heard on the port side ladder. And aim rifles at the intruders. We are being boarded, or wait for the intruder to show himself. Let's wait. And a voice protests from below the railing. And I told them Jenniho Ketima sent you. So this is a spy, it seems. And who is this Jenniho Ketima we keep hearing about? And Emperor Saleh Ketima is the heir to the throne of Selamavi. And Princess of Angareb refuses to yield to the Emperor. That's the Princess of Angareb. And I'm Biniam, to seek out experts from around the world to assist us with the ambitions of my lord. Alright, nice encounter. We found a spy and killed the pirate. And with that, we enter Enbesa.
Yanihoi, Ketema. May I introduce my benefactor, a renowned city planner from the distant north.
Such noble hearts are ever welcome in Enbesa.
So, you heard I was seeking for talent such as yours to expand our new capital.
Our meeting was serendipity alone, my Emperor.
Then the Lord truly smiles on you. There is opportunity here to be part of a tale greater than all of us. So far, I have neglected this arid province of the Empire, seat of the kings of old. But from the dust, a garden will bloom anew. Many lives of kings has it been since last Enbesa was so united, frail as that legacy may hold. Some would see us divided, each to their own purpose, but they are blind to the greater threat. Hungry eyes turning south towards us. In unison and with pride, we will return their stares.
So must all stand to defend their share, or be eaten.
And so to you, I would entrust the raising of Taborim, our new capital on these lands. May it grow to unite all Enbesa under one covenant. Young Binyam will help you settle, share his plan for the canals. Taborim may soon shine like a jewel of peace on the girdle of this great nation.
Session unlocked.
And with that, welcome to Enbesa. It's getting a bit warm now and sunny. New region discovered and build a dam. No, that's not the quest that we want to have here. Interesting. And also Lady Jane is still approaching
I
us.
wish to speak with you on matters.
And of course, we're going to first sail to Ketima's lighthouse, some over there. Still cannot see if we're alone in this session. And the AI might just join. No, we're not. There it is. Hugo already has massive fleets over there, by the looks of it. And also, oh yes, they've been here for a while now. Going to be interesting for sure. That's probably also where Miss Hunt might have quite a bit of a military score. Oh, Hugo, you have been very fast to expand. We might, hopefully we might find some more islands for us here though. Taborim will definitely belong to us, right? So this is part of the quest. But we do need several surrounding islands as well to support a big city in Enbesa. And well, if there's no one available, no island, we will have to use force, unfortunately. More islands appear. A neutral trader. Head priestess of Kidusi. Right over there. And there is Taborim then. And there it's coming up. Beautiful Taborim. With lots of building space. And also Ketima's warehouse that we will receive. However, there's one thing. Now we need to get to the to the trading post to take it over. I'm not doing this yet though, because once I take it over, it is prone to attacks. And I've already had Taborim taken over once, right? If you remember my extreme playthrough, Bente was taking it over. So in that case, I don't know how much Miss Hunt is here. And we'd rather play it safe. Let's send some dreadnoughts over, right? We should be having quite a few by now. Where's my main fleet of dreadnoughts? We do have some scattered. There's 2. Let's take 4 dreadnoughts. That should be enough. And let's get those 4 over to Enbesa now, to Taborim. Right, and please stick together. That's going to be the important thing. So it's going to take a while. But of course we're in no real hurry for that. It's starting now and it's working in the background. And once the dreadnoughts are over, we will then be able to continue. Now one more thing I would like to do though, and that is finding us the cargo ship that still holds the white flag. I think it was Tailwind, or were we actually unloading the white flag already? Nope.
Ship under attack.
So by the looks of it, we don't have a ship at the moment here with the white flag. Is that right? There it is, right? Tailwind. Righto, and Tailwind is going to get... Oh no, we don't actually need that timber. The only thing I need is steel, and let's get this from Crown Falls. Not from Manola. Alright, and where are these attacks happening, by the way? Oh yeah, by the way, we also built the biggest ship there is. Right, so our Behemoth. The largest airship out of them all. that we could use for transportation. We continue to have plagues and fires through the city. It is time to also use some more new buildings that are included with some mods. First of all, let's repair what we can. And then I would like to start moving some of those blocks around that we have, like this one here. Yep, and a whole bunch will probably be too much, but we should be able to get it over there, right? Number 1 and number 2. Yeah, we can do this beside it. Oh, by the way, what am I being? Oh, the fire station we can get rid of because there's coming something else. And I think though we don't have a marketplace close by. No, we don't. Up there would be one. And I might try to squeeze in some artisans from over here. They don't need a marketplace anymore, right? Because I don't want to start upgrading now here things again. And we just get the workers over there, so they still need the marketplace. And once I upgrade them, we can then move them over there as well, like these guys here. So these workers there, let's have them somewhere else and get the artisans down. Kind of like the breeding again, right? So we are breeding them to become artisans, and once they are, we can move them around where we no longer have the other service buildings then. That includes now those, lots of them, and then we can just have some farmers again that we can upgrade as well. This gives me that space here now, not the only one, but that is the first one that we can use for sanatorium, right? So this is a big massive second hospital, so it's like the metropolitan hospital, but just for this whole district there we can use it. And I would like to do this. We really do need a lot of space for this, so we're probably going to move this whole block then over. Just makes sense. Oh yes, but my ship was sunk in the meantime because there is Miss Hunt. So she's got lots of ships as expected in Enbesa, and lucky us, it was only a small monitor ship that we sent over. And we haven't found an island of her yet, but obviously she's got a tight control of Enbesa. So we don't have the main island yet, and the dreadnoughts are though on the way, right? So 4 of them, there they are. And then also there's a trade ship coming after with some building materials. So all of that is juicy and nice. And we're going to teach her a lesson in Enbesa, because somehow she wants that. Oh god, there is an incident already in the area again. We do have not that many hospitals here, so that's why I wanted to get the sanatorium over. There they are, the dreadnoughts. So at least that is something I can do. And let's get them to... yeah, let's get them to Taborim. I think we can do this. Take over the island. And then use them as protection for now. There is though some unsettled islands still. So we still have a chance here, right? So even if someone settles on that, defenses will not be tight. And that means that my 3 dreadnoughts can make good use of the weapons once more. Let's just get them over. Let's, by the way, break formation. We might also, just for now, use them for some exploration. So let's get over there. Right, just what is around Taborim, so that we do get an idea of what's going on here. However, we need to be also quick turning them around again, so they're not getting too close to any harbor defenses and such. So that would be then here somewhere. Should be popping up now any second. There it is. That is Bente. All right, let's turn. We're not at war with Bente yet, so no problem, no harm done. Beautiful big island with a nice river and lake in the middle.
Fleet on the move.
Ah, there we have Miss Hunt. There we got the hag. Oh, you don't have a lot of defense here, Hunty. This might be bad for you. So, revenge will be sweet. I guess even Miss Hunt, with all her cheatiness, at some point she just reaches the influence limit and cannot continue with defenses, right? Because she stopped building defenses on some islands. Share takeover, of course, always a problem for us. Now, we can continue with finally moving buildings around, because I would really like to finish that sanatorium that we want. For that, I do need even more space. So let's just get rid of these tiny entrances that we have. They kind of like acted as a buffer, but we do need that buffer now. So let's just have it like that, getting those buildings over, and then having a bit more space than here as well. There's this marketplace. Yeah, let's use that for now. And then, yeah, right. And this leaves us with a bit of room then to wiggle around. And there's the sanatorium that we can finally have now in all its gloriness. I might actually get it up like this. Yes, for that. However, wait a second. There is still something that I need to do. Yeah, very good. We can now squeeze it in, and we should. This is now affecting a lot of people, right? So the whole southern district with that gets now supplied with doctors. It was very expensive, this building, right? So 22 tons of timber, 38 tons of bricks, 18 tons of windows, and 18 tons of steel. That's not that expensive, but it's of course way more expensive than a no, it's not. It's actually cheaper than a hospital. At this point, we don't care about that, but that's still very strange. Why this one is cheaper than a hospital, right? Alright, it's a big building though. It's a beautiful building, and it still needs a road going through it. So there we have it. This is also an interesting mechanic, right? That we don't see that often. It has a nice garden around it, also here in the center of it. And I might actually just, for the sake of it, can we move this one a bit further, please? Might be useful. There's a incident again. Once again, the plague. This district here is plague rotten. There's always a plague going on. The doctors though are being trained right now, and they're finished. There are 4 doctors that we can use here, and as we can see, they're on the way now with automobiles. They don't even use horses anymore, right? They actually don't. They don't even have a rein or something like that. So these are real cars, even though I don't have the factory for that yet. It's working a bit in the future already, but it's fine. We have that, and then we have a beautiful surrounding here that I would still like to use for some buffer, right? So we can still have some green area around it, so some temperate groves, for example. Some green area that adds a bit of more quietness than to the sanatorium, something like that. Right, because fences and stuff like that are part of the building. It would make sense to get another fence in. This area here, though, we can still use for a little path, right, that goes into this side street here, so people can get out there. Let's hope that we can actually kind of like squeeze it in. Yeah, unfortunately, it does not fit together, right? The only thing that kind of like makes sense to me is the paved roads. Nothing else works really. So this is a tiny side road here that goes then from the sanatorium out there, also for people. And by the way, we do have the enclosed trees. I think with the enclosed trees, this might look better. Yeah, there you go. Looks a bit more civilized, does it? At least on that side. On the other sides, I might keep it like that for now. Yeah, that's the sanatorium. Beautiful big building here now too in the a bit more outskirts than here, but still a district that is very much in need of doctors all the time. That is one thing. And the other thing that I still wanted to get here as well is a fire station, new one. However, for the fire station, I would not like to have it too close there to the sanatorium, as it wouldn't really make sense, right? It's loud over there, so I'm going to move some of those residents away, like that. And then we have this area available there. That is still a main road, right? So there's still a tiny main road close to it. And this makes sense then to use a fire station for this, that we can also have in the area. And I would like to use this one here, this particular one. That is then also working. We will have several of them. It also has a nice range around it, and it's going to fight us the fires. And it also has a street going through it, like so, right? This is going to work in that area, and then we have another road here. And then, once again, I would like to use my enclosed greenery here as a buffer to those buildings. And we can also use this one in a few more places, by the way. Oh, yeah, also here. More connections, and let's add some more houses there, because the marketplace and the pub is close by, so that we can use. And then also more green area as well, that I would like to add more and more now of these. Very good. Let's just have a quick stroll through it. Through that fire station here. I just love that we can walk through these buildings. Fantastic. And then also just over there is the sanatorium, and of course we can also walk through that. It is having nice fences, so that's why we don't really need ornaments around it, right? Because the building itself has lots of ornaments built into it already, like the fences, like a green buffer zone more or less, with even some lakes in between. And then we get into the building itself. Oh, nice detail. And then this is a place of quietness, of course, surrounded by big walls. People can relax, enjoy the scenery. Also the mountains in the background we can see. Beautiful. Just need to make sure that we don't have skyscrapers really killing the view. And then getting out on the other side again. Nice one. Crown Falls is healthier because of that.
Your
Stay tuned.
harbor is under attack.